Future is bright.
Next up is our TPCA Law Enforcement Accreditation Program.
Well, that was a tough act to follow, I'll tell you that. I'm not sure if that was a good spot for me to end up this morning. But first of all, good morning, and I appreciate you all having me here. My name is Mike Berezin. I am currently the police chief for the city of Dickinson. But this morning I have the honor to present this award for the reaccreditation to your police department. So I'm representing the Texas Police Chiefs Association, and more specifically the Texas Law Enforcement Accreditation Program. To give you a little background, the Texas Police Chiefs Association is comprised of hundreds of police chiefs and command staff members from across this great state, leaders committed to advancing the professionalism in law enforcement. Again, it is my privilege this morning to present the Port of Galveston Police Department with its Certificate of Re-Accreditation from the Texas Police Chiefs Association. Years ago, the association created the accreditation program to provide a framework of professional excellence specific to law enforcement. Now, you all may be familiar with programs for schools, hospitals, universities, and such, where they require proof of adherence to rigorous standards. Our program is no different than those. Texas Law Enforcement Accreditation Program is entirely voluntary, which many police agencies choose not to even attempt this. It demands a high level of accountability. Agencies must demonstrate compliance with 173 standards that are rooted in Texas law, court rulings, and modern best policing practices. These standards will cover a full scope of police operations to include use of force, protection of individual rights, vehicle pursuits, property and evidence management, patrol and investigative procedures, and proper training, among many others. This program has become the gold standard for professional policing in the state of Texas. Agencies across the state work tirelessly to meet these standards and maintain them. The Port of Galveston Police Department first achieved its accredited status in 2021, so every 4 years they go through this process they just completed. They were the 168th agency in the state to do so. So it's my honor to proudly announce that your department has yet again received and achieved reaccreditation in this standard, to meeting these standards. Again, to earn this distinction, the Port of Galveston PD initially dedicated more than a year to auditing and revising their policies, procedures, and practices. Since then, they have submitted annual compliance reports and maintained ongoing adherence to these 173 standards. Again, every 4 years, the department undergoes a rigorous on-site assessment conducted by trained law enforcement assessors from across the state. There's no brother-in-law deal in this. They really do love. These assessors inspect facilities, they review procedures, they do ride-along with officers, and they conduct staff interviews to verify compliance with the rigorous standards. The assessment findings are then reviewed by the TPCA Accreditation Committee, a panel of 9 police chiefs and sheriffs from across the state of Texas. Following their review, the committee votes, and if it's unanimous, then the agency is reaccredited. That is the case with the Port of Galveston Police Department. To put this achievement into perspective, of the approximately 2,800 law enforcement agencies in the state of Texas, only about 221 have successfully achieved and maintained accreditation. These agencies range from departments of 4 to 5 officers all the way to major metropolitan agencies that are over 1,900 officers. So regardless of size, professionalism is essential. Our communities expect it and they deserve it. So this morning, I proudly have the ability to represent the Texas Police Chiefs Association and recognize Chief Kenneth Brown and the Port of Galveston Police Department for their exemplary performance and continued commitment to professional policing. What does this mean for the Port of Galveston? It means that your department is not only meeting, but exceeding the current best practices for Texas law enforcement. It assures this community, everybody that comes to your port, and I will say on a sad note here, I've had the ability or the opportunity and privilege to interact with some of your port officers, and they have no idea. I never tell them who I am. Every single time, they've been extremely professional, courteous, and very forthright. So I took a little sidebar there, but It confirms that the Port of Galveston Police Department is among the very best. So I have a certificate that I will present this morning that is merely symbolic, but it represents police professional excellence. Its true value lies in the process, the dedication, the discipline, and the commitment required to achieve it. And the work doesn't stop here. The department still must submit its annual reports every year, and every 4 years they'll go back through this rigorous assessment. So they get to have this fun again before long. The Port of Galveston Police Department is truly a leader in Texas law enforcement, and you should be incredibly proud. So Chief Brown, if you stand here, and I'll proudly present this certificate to you, if you don't mind. And I'm going to also give you this document that I just read, so you can keep it for your archives if you so choose. Or do I give it to the lady that actually runs the place? Yes. You all do. So on behalf of the Texas Police Chiefs Association, I proudly represent them today, and congratulations, sir. Thank
you. So we started this program about 5 years ago, and we got our first accreditation right at 4 years ago, last August, or 4 years ago, August 21. And I want to say, you know, while I get to stand up here in front of you and accept this award, it's not me that does this by myself. It's my entire staff. It takes an entire department to do this, because it's not a one and done thing. This is a thing that we have to do every day when we come to work, and so that's why I've invited my entire staff here. You know, and I've often said that getting accredited, although it's not easy, it's very rigorous, as the chief pointed out, but I always say getting accredited is the easy part. Staying accredited is the difficult part. And the reason I say that is because to get accredited, you basically got to modify your policies and procedures and general orders and promise to do things a certain way, but there's no expectation that you have been doing them according to best practices prior to that. You're just making a commitment to do it moving forward. But when you get reaccredited, they come in with a fine-tooth comb and they go over everything and they look, are you actually doing everything every day the way that you said that you would do them according to best practices? And so getting the reaccreditation means a whole lot to me. So I want to thank, Roger, I want to thank you for your support, the entire board. We couldn't do this without the support that you give us, and I want to thank my entire staff as well. I would be remiss if I didn't recognize my program manager, Sergeant Ty, if you would come up. Yes, sir. Sergeant Ty worked really hard as our program manager. And to give you kind of an idea, there's a lot of departments throughout the state that are recognized or accredited agencies now that have full-time staff program managers, that's all they do. That's how rigorous this is. Sergeant Ty was able to be our program manager in his part-time while he continued to supervise his patrol shift and raise a new little baby girl that they just welcomed into the world earlier this year. So he maintained all of that throughout this process, and so I want to recognize him this morning with the Chief's Commendation. Sergeant Ty, it's with great pride and professional respect that I hereby award you the Chief's Commendation Medal in recognition of your exemplary service as Accreditation Program Manager during the Port of Galveston Police Department's successful pursuit of Texas Police Chiefs Association accreditation status. This prestigious award is presented to officers who have demonstrated efficient and valuable service to the department through acts of selfless dedication, which further the department's mission and bring honor to both our agency and the police profession. Your leadership in coordinating our accreditation process reflected the highest standards of professionalism. Your demonstrated exceptional and organizational skill, attention to detail, and perseverance in guiding the department through an extensive and rigorous evaluation against Texas law enforcement best practices. This process demanded months of research, policy development, interdepartmental coordination, and meticulous documentation, all of which you managed with remarkable efficiency and determination. Through your efforts, the Port of Galveston Police Department has now achieved a milestone that stands as a testament to our collective commitment to excellence, constitutional policing, and community trust. Your work not only ensured compliance with the gold standard in Texas law enforcement, but also enhanced our operational readiness, risk management, and public confidence for years to come. Your dedication has brought great credit to yourself, this department, and the law enforcement profession. It is my honor to present you with the Chief's Commendation Medal in recognition of your outstanding contributions. Congratulations on this well-deserved honor. And then you can hang this on the wall in your office. Again, thank you all for your support. We couldn't do this by ourselves. It takes all of us to keep this going, and so I appreciate each and every one of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Our team, can we meet over there and take a couple of pictures in the executive boardroom? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.